Okay, welcome to video number 11, and I'm going to sum up where I was, where I am, and where I'm going. The beginning of this journey, my focus is and has been to learn the facts about money, the true facts about money. Not somebody telling me their perspective on money, but what it is, this thing called money, and how people are able to make it work for them and become wealthy and self-sufficient. And how I can make decisions on my money to be able to benefit me and not make as many errors as possible. So I started this journey as an employee, knowing that I wanted to own my own business. As I've read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I'm understanding the different quadrants involved in this industry, in this world. And so I set my mind on becoming a business owner and an investor. And so I've been continuing my journey, and I have utilized a game that most people take for granted. The Rich Dad has provided, Robert Kiyosaki, the cash flow game. This game has been the foundation of me understanding this thing called money. I've become very proficient in it, and I've understood and learned how to leverage the funds that I acquire now to propel me forward. And I can see the errors that I was making, such as when I would get some money, I'm rehabbing my house because it's going to bring up the value, but I'm still living in a house. So how am I going to get the money if I'm spending it, And so now my attitude is different, and I know that as I get the funds from my business and why I need to reinvest the funds from my business, and I have a time directive of where I plan on being with each investment when I go into it. When I go into my investments now, I already have an exit strategy. I've already calculated what I'm planning on getting from that, and I already know that if I cannot get this, I will get that. But either way, 9 times out of 10, with the strategies that I'm using now, I'm not going to lose. So I'm not going to lose, period. My goal for the future is in Alabama. As I purchase properties, I have a 10 property goal in which I will be owner financing these properties. And once I've achieved the 10 properties, I will be self-sufficient. That will match the income that I'm earning from my JOB. In DC, I focus primarily at this time on wholesaling, in which I use those funds to invest in the properties in Alabama. My future goal is to invest in Atlanta, Georgia, because it is the 4th growing city in the U.S. So it is definitely in the path of progress, in which I plan on buying and holding. My strategies will change because I do have aspirations to invest in commercial properties, primarily apartment buildings and multi-use properties, and also here in the DC area, and more than likely in Atlanta. I do want to dabble in land development, and with the different strategies that I have learned with land development, I can do anything from buy and sell, wholesale, to buy and completely build a structure on it, and which I now have a team in place with the different investments that I'm doing. My team is constantly growing, and I will have a team in place with those investments when I'm ready to go into the larger, mainstream, more detailed type of investments, as I want to say. My more long-term goal is to go abroad with my investments, in which I still will be in the line of progress. One last thing that I want to say is I have a CPA on board, which is helping me make the decisions that I need to make so that I can tweak my financial investments according to my personal needs. Someone else cannot tell you what you need to do with your money. You need to know what you need to do with your money for what advantages you want to obtain. And one of my strategies is depreciation in the next year. I will be focusing on that as I create my wealth. Thank you for tuning in, and I think this will be the last of this first year series. Thanks.